Little Lions have had the ball twice and scored twice. The most dramatic was an 89-yard run by Jeff Nixon, showing off that 4.5 speed and also showing off a healthy ankle that was not 100% last week at Erie against Erie Prep. But give Upper St. Clair credit, after the second touchdown, they get the ball back, and they're not about to give it up. They have a 4th down and a yard, and I imagine they're going to go for it.
This has certainly been a well-played game on both sides of the football. Two very good teams in the Quad A division playing a Western final. Another indication, not only the big plays and the precision, obviously offensive attack by Upper St. Clair here, but there hasn't been a penalty called yet in the first quarter. You would think maybe in a situation where there's a lot of pressure on the line, you might see a penalty or two. We have not seen any yet, nor have we seen a turnover.
The thing I've been most impressed with so far is Ron Pavlichko coming out with that 4 wideout situation, moving Nixon into the slot. I think it really took Upper St. Clair by surprise. So here we go. Tomko over center. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 1. Look for Hamrick to get the ball. He's now dotting the I. And there's Hamrick with the football and the first down and the touchdown. Alan Hamrick behind a wall of blockers into the end zone for the score. And Upper St. Clair is far from finished in this one.
You could see it coming as soon as Hamrick went into motion behind Todd Amick, number 77. You knew that Amick was going to get the fake through, block, knock somebody back, and Hamrick takes advantage of it. He just runs right behind Amick, right into the end zone.
This is Billy Price attempting the point after. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it's good. And we have a 6-point ball game, 13-7. Little Lions of State College. We will be back with the kickoff right after this. Welcome back to Mansion Park. It's the Quad A Western Final between State College and Upper St. Clair. Just started the second quarter, 13-7, Little Lions lead. They're 2 for 2 on scoring on possessions. This is possession number 3, but it's not very good field position. They're going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Very impressive drive by Upper St. Clair. 70 yards, 13 plays, taking up 7 minutes and 1 second. The 3-yard touchdown by Hamrick has us at 13-7.
They just came right at the Little Lions and were very successful on the ground. 1st and 10, Little Lions. Long snap count by McQuarrie. And to give us to Nixon over the right side. Tries to cut it outside. Nice defensive play there by Joe Romano. He took on Jeff Nixon one-on-one in the open field, not a task that either you or I would enjoy. And Nixon is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose one, 2nd down and 11.
I don't think Romano ever took his eyes off Nixon. He just keyed on him. He was going wherever Nixon was going and was easily able to get there and make the tackle. First quarter stats to tell you about. State College rushing, 4 carries, 147 yards, while USC picks up 76 yards on 15 carries. 2 for 2 is Mike McQuarrie passing in that first quarter for 22 yards, 169 total yards, just 76 for Upper St. Clair.
2nd and 11. We have trips wide to the right. McQuarrie back to throw. Has plenty of time. Rolling around in the pocket. He's going to air it out. Intended for Nixon. And it is almost picked off. Knocked down by Mark Rutledge. The ball just sort of floated a little bit. Nixon was open, but it's hard to get the ball to a guy that fast, that far down the field.
Let's see if McQuarrie didn't have a chance to, well, we're not going to see a chance whether or not he had a shot at running the football, but against the wind, trying to throw it 40, 45 yards downfield against double coverage, not going to happen very often.
So it's 3rd down and 11 for the Little Lions. You would expect that they would hope to at least get some yards here to give Bobby Bauer a good chance to kick the ball away if they don't get the first down and give Upper St. Clair less than perfect field position.
This is what Upper St. Clair likes, a long 3rd down play, force a punt and get field position.
This is Bauer in motion for the Little Lions. To give us to Nixon over the left side, not much doing. He's out across the 12, but that'll bring up a 4th down and long. Ryan Smith there to make the stop for USC.
Yeah, State College wasn't going to take any chances there that deep, facing a 3rd and long. They're going to give their defense a chance to try and make up for that long drive that Upper St. Clair had in that last series. See if Bauer can't do something with the punt here.
Dave Mandler is back deep to receive this Bobby Bauer punt. He'll be kicking the ball from about his own 4-yard line. Kick is away. It's low. Should take a good bounce for the Little Lions, and it does. This is Zealous across the 40, the 35, the 30, the 20, the 10, and he is into the end zone with a touchdown. Zach Ellis with a 40-yard return of a punt for a touchdown. And boy, has this game changed as far as momentum is concerned in a hurry.
A 46-yard punt return for the touchdown. This punt falls perfectly into the hands of that return right. It's a line drive. The coverage is nowhere to be found by the time Ellis has the pickup, and he just follows his blocks, return right. The coverage isn't there in time, and he just picks his way through for the touchdown.
Now this extra point would give Upper St. Clair the lead. The snap is good, the kick is up, it is also good, and all of a sudden we have a 14-13 ball game. We'll be back with the kick right after this. Welcome back to Mansion Park. Paul Alexander along with Jim Gregory, where Upper St. Clair is just lead 14-13 over the Little Lions of State College, and Billy Price is set to kick it away. Good kick. It'll bounce at about the 6-yard line, picked up at the 5 by Nixon, the 10, the 15, the 20, out over the 25 to about the 27-yard line. State College will be in business from there, but the momentum has taken a huge shift toward the Upper St. Clair sideline.
And it'll be a big challenge for the State College offense. That defense for Upper St. Clair obviously going to be fired up now, whether or not McQuarrie can lead them down the field a bit so that Upper St. Clair doesn't again have that advantage of field position that they certainly took advantage of on that punt.
And Bobby Bauer's going to have to get some air under the football next time. You got to give your guys a bit of a chance to get down and try and cover. That was a low line drive.
Here's that formation
up in a hurry.
Here's that formation you were talking about earlier, Paul.
Trips wide to the right. Nixon is among the three, split out. They're going to option. McQuarrie pitches to Bauer. Wow, great pursuit by the Upper St. Clair defense. And there's that man again, Joe Romano, along with Chris Dunn. And Bauer will lose about 4.
That's a case where you think Nixon is used as a decoy. You get him out wide to the offset, just kind of spread out that defense, but Romano just comes up. He's not fooled by anything. He sees the pitch and makes the tackle, but Nixon not much of a decoy there.
Well, it was a new look and a great distraction on the first series, but I think Upper St. Clair said, okay, all right, we can adjust to that.
Sure.
We see what you're doing now. Give the Upper St. Clair coaching staff credit for recognizing and adjusting to State College's formation. 2nd down, 14, Little Lions. And I believe we might have too much time. Maybe just the ball moved. I'm not sure what the situation is. Didn't see a flag.
Delay a game.
Delay a game. It's too much time. There was some confusion between McQuarrie and his fullback, and that'll set the Lions back another 5 yards. And that brings up a 2nd down and 18. Not the kind of situation you want against this Upper St. Clair defense.
And going against the wind, as we noted earlier, whether or not State College want to take a chance here and pick up a lot of yards on one play, you would kind of doubt it in this situation.
Chris Hall's in motion for the Little Lions on 2nd down and 18. McQuarrie to throw on the play action. Has a man, and that's Hall. Complete at the 34, across the 35. And they get about 11 of those 18 yards back. And now we have a much more doable 3rd down situation. Nice throw by McQuarrie.
Yeah, watch the zip he puts on this ball, even in slow motion. I bet the cameraman can't keep up with it. Nice job.
Not our cameraman. Of course he can keep up with it. Tom Schneider doing a wonderful job down there.
He really put a lot of zip on that ball. You know, McQuarrie's come down to Altoona a couple of years to John Franco's passing camp, and I'm sure the State College coaching staff does a good job with him, but McQuarrie doing the job on his own coming down during the summers, and it shows right there.
3rd down and 3 for the Little Lions. Give us to Nixon. Stutter step, and he is hit hard. He's not going to pick up anything. Josh Currents and Joe Romano there with a stop. And give that Upper St. Clair defense a lot of credit. I believe that might have been Bauer on the carry, actually. And that'll bring up a 4th down and 2. And it'll be Bobby Bauer set to kick it away. Ellis, who just returned the last punt for a touchdown, will be back along with David Mandler. As Upper St. Clair will probably get the ball in pretty good field position. Bad snap, handled well by Bauer, but the kick's very similar to the last one. Not going to be detected by radar, and this is Mandler that has Upper St. Clair in good position. About an 8-yard return. Dave Rocco there with a stop. It is 1st down and 10, Upper St. Clair at their own 46.
That punt wasn't going to bring any rainstorms, but it must have done the job because it didn't go the other way for 6. So now let's see what that State College defense can do about stopping Upper St. Clair's offense. Once again, they're winning the battle of field position. And that last drive they had, they won the battle at the line of scrimmage.
And we have a timeout. I think it's an official's timeout.
Might be an equipment problem.
No one seems to really know quite what's going on.
We're going to take a TV timeout. That's us. So we're going to send it to a break. The State College Little Lions trailing Upper St. Clair 14-13 with 6:58 left before the half.
And welcome back. 14-13, Upper St. Clair in front, 1st and 10 from their own 45. This is Hambrick across midfield, spins, and is stopped at the 45. He will be very close to a first down. I think it'll be about half a yard short. Dave Rocco there to make the stop for State College. But again, that surge of the Upper St. Clair offensive line, very impressive.
I watched number 19, Matt Weekland, try and make an arm tackle here on Hambrick. And just spins out of it. Chris Hall also trying to make the tackle. You're not going to arm tackle this Hambrick kid. 1,200 plus yards rushing this season.
The way they're moving the football, this could be a chance to maybe try and go deep. It's second and about half a yard, but I don't think that's Upper St. Clair's style. And again, maybe it is. Tomko goes up top, has a man, and it's complete to Rick West. And West is down deep into State College territory, knocked out of bounds at the 25 or 6 yard line. Matt Weekland and Justin Doherty there to make the stop for State College.
Paul, you simply outguessed yourself. You just said pass. You were going to be on the ball. But the pass, that's their second of the game. This one completed. The difference is they have the wind at their back this time, and they took advantage of it. This wind is strong enough where it's going to change your thinking about passing the ball, going into it and going against it.
They now have established the run so strongly that a pass is going to be very surprising to that State College defense. First down and 10, Upper St. Clair at the State College 27. Second back through is Hammer. Hammer has some room. He's across the 10, the 5, drags a State College tackler with him into the end zone. And Hammer has another touchdown for Upper St. Clair. What a run.
As soon as that running back went in motion for Upper St. Clair from his right to left, you could tell that the play was going to go that way. A little misdirection at first. Nice play by Tomko to make that misdirection work. And Hamrick makes it work as well. He's going to drag number 27, Justin Doherty, into the end zone. And wow, what a turnaround this has been for Upper St. Clair.
The point after is up and good by Billy Price, and it is a 21-13 lead for Upper St. Clair. 55 yards in 3 plays. The final play, a 27-yard scamper by Mr. Alan Hamrick, who's having a heck of a day.
So now the momentum that was in State College's favor early has been turned around by 3 touchdowns, 3 unanswered touchdowns by Upper St. Clair. It's going to be up to Jeff Nixon, the big play guys for State College are going to have to make something work. They had 2 big plays to get those first 2 touchdowns. Nixon's run, McQuarrie's run. But they've got to get back to the big play kind of offense that they're capable of. It's gotten them this far. They need to work it to make it work now.
5:49 left to play here in the first half, as Sandusky and Nixon are back deep to receive the kick from Upper St. Clair's Billy Price. As Upper St. Clair, I think, has stunned the State College faithful here with 3 unanswered touchdowns, 21 points, and Upper St. Clair leads 21-13. I guess they're ranked the #1 team in the state for a reason. So Price is set to put his foot into the football. This is a low kick that Sandusky has at the 10. He's at the 15, the 20. Has a little bit of room across the 25, the 30, the 40, and he is knocked down from behind. Great field position, though, for the Little Lions as John Sandusky gets out across the 46-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10. Little Lions there. J.T. Render there to make the stop for Upper St. Clair.
Great kick return by lost my place here. By Sandusky, excuse me. But they needed that because offensively, their field position the last couple of series, they haven't been able to do anything. They haven't been able to work much in the way of some combinations of running and passing. They've had to rely on the run, and Upper St. Clair's has been able to key on it.
And you got to have your special teams make field position for you. And the punting of State College had hurt them, but now the return game gives them good field position. This is Colte coming right at you in motion. Play action. McQuarrie has plenty of time, throws across the middle, has a man, but Miller is unable to pull it down. It is tipped and almost picked off as Dunn and Mandler are there for Upper St. Clair defensively. Incomplete pass, second down and 10, Little Lions.
I'm impressed with McQuarrie's poise back there. He doesn't have a case of any happy feet. There was just a little bit of pressure, but nothing that he concerned himself with. He looked over the entire field, and before he found a receiver, that was his 3rd receiver. Miller was actually the 3rd one he looked at.
Right, and I'll tell you what, it is a very cold day, throwing against the wind. And those receivers' hands, even in the gloves, you don't have real good feeling. It's hard to catch the football on a day like today. Second down and 10 for State College. 3 people split wide to the right, and there's movement everywhere. Flags are down, and I'm sure this is going to be a legal procedure against the Little Lions. And then by Mike McQuarrie's reaction, I'm wrong again. We might have encroachment by the defense. No. Why was Mike McQuarrie clapping? To throw me off? Was that the deal? He likes 2nd and 15. I don't know.
Well, we have a second. Let's update the 1,000-yard rushing battle. Hamrick and Nixon. Hamrick 9 carries, 73 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nixon 4 carries, 89 yards, 1 touchdown.
And Hamrick right now leading with the tackler on your back. He has 6 yards with a man on his back. That's an unbelievable effort to get into the end zone. So State College is moved back 5 yards, second down and 15. McQuarrie rolling right, looking to throw. Pressure, throws across the middle, almost picked off by David Mandler. It is so tough to roll right and throw across your body. Every time you see a quarterback do that, 9 out of 10 times someone has a chance to pick it off.
And Mike Soyster lost the blocking battle against Todd Amick, number 77. Amick with good speed and good size at 6 foot, 225 pounds. Put excellent pressure on McQuarrie to force him to throw that ball probably not exactly as accurately as he would like. McQuarrie 3 of 6 for 32 yards through the air.
Rolling right, throwing back across your body over the middle is usually a very dangerous situation, and that was very dangerous right there. Third down and 15 against the wind for the Little Lions. Can you say draw play?
Maybe a little flanker screen to Nixon.
This is Hall, excuse me, in motion. And the draw is to Nixon. Across the 40 to the 44-yard line, where Todd Amick, who's having a whale of a game, is there to make the stop for Upper St. Clair. Pickup of about 4, another kicking situation for the Little Lions. 4th down and 11.
And unfortunately, State College, the offense not taking advantage of that excellent kick return by John Sandusky, so now they're going to have to punt it away, and Upper St. Clair, once again, just adding to the momentum they've built up through this second quarter.
We talked earlier about how there weren't any penalties. That penalty in that drive was very costly for the Little Lions. See if Bobby Bauer can get a better leg into this one. Ellis is back deep. There we go. There's a much better kick. It'll drive Ellis back. He drops it, and will just have to fall on it at the 21-yard line. Boy, could you imagine catching a punt on a day like today? Unbelievable. Can't be much fun.
I can't imagine catching a cold on a day like today.
So that time, Bobby Bauer gets off a much better kick, and Ellis unable to handle it. He'll just fall on it at the 22, where it'll be first down and 10, Upper St. Clair. Now the bell is calling State College's defense to say, hey, can we stop this team?
Yeah, they want to force a punt here and try and get that ball back with 4:23 left before the half. Try and get some points back on the board, reestablish the offense, but it's going to be up to the defense to make that happen right here.
And you know, Upper St. Clair is just going to come right at you. First down and 10 from the 22. And he gives a second back through. This is Hamrick, who's having a big day. He has the corner. He's across the 30. He's across the 40. He's across midfield. One man to beat. And it is another touchdown. This time 78 yards for Alan Hamrick. Justin Doherty couldn't make the play. And it is an unbelievable turn of events here for the Panthers of Upper St. Clair, who can just do no wrong.
When they go back and look at the films at the end of this one, they're going to say, Rick West, great block. Watch number 20 take out two guys. You can't see it on the ground level shot, but give blocking credit to Rick West, number 20, for setting Hamrick free on the 77-yard touchdown run, and what is now a 27-13 lead on the way to 28.
Billy Price with the point after. The wind might bring it backwards, and it's good. That was the strangest kick I've ever seen. It came through and was actually blown out, but I guess it crossed the plane, and it'll count. 28-13 is the lead, as Upper St. Clair has established a matter of dominance here, I should say, in the second quarter. 3:56, 28-13. Upper St. Clair is making all the big plays.
One play at a time now, let's go!
Stay tuned at halftime. We'll get a chance to talk to Altoona Public Relations Director Tom Bradley about next week's Super Bowl of high school football. Of course, all four of the state championship football games will be played here, despite what probably will be some cold weather as we're having today.
But look at that field. The field's in great condition.
It sure is.
And that's what makes the difference. Wouldn't want to be playing this one on anything but turf today.
There are other turf fields around the state, South Stadium, of course, in Pittsburgh being one of them, but it's a matter of what Altoona can bring to an event like the state championship football games. You have the hotel accommodations, you have the parking, you have everything that goes along. We have the media access and the amount of cooperation. We're going to talk about all of that with Tom Bradley at halftime about what made Altoona such a perfect choice for the state championship football games next week.
And geographically, it makes sense
Sure.
as well. So Billy Price gets an assist as far as having someone hold the ball on the tee, and he'll kick it away. Low driving kick to catch a wind gust and just goes right through the end zone. Might be out of the yard. And State College will have to take over first down and 10 from its own 20.
Once again, the kicking game coming into play to set up poor field position for State College. Certainly not what they had on that last kick coming out to their own 45-yard line. State College with all three of its timeouts left, 3:56 remaining. It'll be interesting to see what Ron Pavlechko decides to do. You obviously want to try and get some points, but how they go about doing it. Whether or not they're going to take a chance this deep and put the ball in the air.
Remember, Upper St. Clair deferred, so they can't take the football to start the second half. Bad news for the Little Lions.